What if I told you that your salary is actually the slowest way you will ever build wealth? For most of us, the path to financial security starts with a paycheck, but it rarely ends there. The fundamental problem with a salary is that it relies on a linear exchange. You're limited time for a fixed amount of money. You have a hard ceiling on your earning potential because you only have 24 hours in a single day. Even if you are a high earner, your income is tied to your physical and mental presence. If you stop, the money stops. This is the labor trap, a cycle where increasing your effort only yields incremental gains in your bank account. To move from earning to wealth, you have to change the mechanics of how your income is generated. Today, we are breaking down the transition from trading time for money to making money work for you. We will examine the 3 pillars of sustainable wealth: disciplined earning, strategic saving, and compound growth. First, we must understand the silent enemy of your salary: the erosion of purchasing power through inflation. If your salary stays the same while prices rise, you are effectively taking a pay cut every single year. Then there is the tax burden. In many jurisdictions, earned income, your salary, is taxed at the highest rates. Unlike business or investment income, you usually pay taxes on your salary before you even see the money in your account. As your salary grows, so does the temptation to increase your spending. This is known as lifestyle inflation. It keeps you trapped in the cycle of working harder just to maintain a more expensive version of the same life. According to the World Bank, financial resilience comes from diversifying how you receive value. The wealthy focus on acquiring assets, things that put money into your pocket without requiring your active labor. This is the concept of scalability. A salary doesn't scale, an investment portfolio does. This doesn't mean your job is useless. In fact, your career is your primary engine for initial capital. Think of your salary as the seed capital for your future financial freedom. In the beginning, growth is slow. You are doing the heavy lifting while your money sits idle. But wealth follows the principle of the Snowball Effect, or what economists call compound interest. Albert Einstein famously called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. The most important variable in this equation isn't how much money you start with, it's how much time you give it. Long-term investing is about patience, not timing the market. It's about time in the market. Modern portfolio theory suggests that diversification is the only free lunch in finance, reducing risk without sacrificing all returns. By spreading your capital across different asset classes, you protect yourself from the failure of any single one. We must distinguish between investing and speculation. Investing is evidence-based. Speculation is gambling on trends. Wealth built quickly is often lost quickly. Sustainable wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Before you can invest, you must address the wealth killer: high-interest consumer debt. If you are paying 20% interest on debt while earning 7% in the market, you are mathematically losing ground. Aggressively paying down high-interest debt is the first and most certain return you can get on your money. Financial experts recommend an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses to prevent falling back into debt. This fund provides the psychological and financial floor that allows you to take calculated investment risks. To truly accelerate wealth, you must move from being just a consumer or employee to being an owner. Ownership means you have a claim on the productivity and profits of others, even while you sleep. This could be owning shares in a global corporation or starting a small side business based on your unique skills. Your greatest asset is your human capital, your ability to earn. Investing in your education increases your seed capital. Every new skill you acquire increases your market value, allowing you to demand a higher salary to invest. However, a high income with high expenses still equals zero wealth. The gap between them is what matters. This gap is your investment engine. The wider the gap, the faster your wealth accelerates. Following a simple framework like the 50-30-20 rule ensures you are living within your means while building for the future. Wealth is often what you don't see. It's the cars not bought and the luxury items deferred. The most difficult part of wealth building is the first few years, where the results seem invisible. You might invest for 5 years and see very little growth. This is the valley of disappointment. But if you persist, the exponential nature of math takes over and the growth becomes vertical. Be aware that financial rules vary by country. Tax-advantaged accounts like the 401k in the US or ISA in the UK are vital. Always research the specific legal buckets in your region that allow you to keep more of what you earn. Professional advice is recommended when dealing with complex tax laws or large estates to ensure compliance. Understand that all investing involves risk. There is no such thing as a guaranteed high return. Your goal is not to avoid risk entirely, but to manage it through education and asset allocation. Market volatility is the price of admission for long-term gains. Don't let short-term fluctuations derail your strategy. Historically, the broader markets have trended upward over decades, rewarding those who stayed disciplined. Avoid the hype of the moment. If an investment is being discussed as a sure thing on social media, be cautious. Focus on the fundamentals: cash flow, profit margins, and economic utility. Your net worth is a better measure of success than your monthly salary. Net worth is simply what you own minus what you owe. This is the true scoreboard of your financial life. You are the CEO of your personal economy. Your job is one of many revenue streams you should manage. The ultimate goal is for your passive income to eventually exceed your living expenses. At that point, you are financially independent. You work because you want to, not because you have to. This is not about greed. It's about autonomy, the ability to control your most valuable resource, your time. Wealth also allows for generational impact, providing security for your family and causes you care about. Financial stability enables you to contribute more effectively to the economy and your community. Start by educating yourself. The more you know, the less likely you are to make costly mistakes. Read widely, from classic economic theory to modern investment strategies based on empirical data. You don't need a fortune to start. You can start with as little as the cost of a daily coffee in many apps. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Small, regular contributions outperform large, irregular ones. Think in decades, not in days. This shift in perspective changes every financial decision you make. Ignore the noise of the daily market update. Most of it is designed to trigger emotional reactions. Rationality is your greatest asset in finance. Emotional investing is the quickest way to lose capital. Remember, the path to wealth is simple, but it is not easy. It requires discipline and delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice a small pleasure today for a massive gain tomorrow is the hallmark of the wealthy. Use your salary as a tool, not a destination. It is the fuel for your wealth-building machine. Expect setbacks. Economic cycles are natural, and downturns are part of the process. Resilience is built through a solid plan and a diversified approach. You now have the blueprint. The difference between those who stay in the labor trap and those who escape is action. Take one small step today. Audit your expenses, pay down a debt, or open a brokerage account. Every dollar you save and invest is a financial soldier, working for your future self. Your salary can fund your life, but your investments will fund your freedom. The journey to wealth is a long one, but it starts the moment you decide to stop just working for money.